everybody. Welcome to ICC's Game of the Week with your host, as always, Joel Benjamin. At the Tata Steel tournament, the A group deservedly gets most of our attention. This year, many of the world's elite battled it out and provided a number of exciting games, which were explained in Game of the Day videos. But as always, the B group of the traditional Wijk event provided great bang for the buck as enthusiastic, enterprising, and mostly young participants played a number of exciting games. I particularly enjoyed the contest between young American grandmaster Sam Sevian, who is quickly becoming a Game of the Week favorite, and the recent prodigy from the Netherlands, the just-turned 21-year-old grandmaster Benjamin Bok. For the first 25 moves or so, both sides built up for an attack. From then on, it was a steady stream of tactics with quite a few nice resources for both sides. All right, let's get to it. Sevian, as we've seen on the show before, is a pretty aggressive player, and it's going to be a Sicilian. And the Najdorf, one of the more challenging openings. Now, when I was Sam Sevian's age, of course not as strong a player as he is now, Bishop G5 was the big move. It was played in the Fischer-Spassky match. People went away for it for a while. Bishop E3 was the big move. But Bishop G5 has returned to popularity, and it's an important move in theory today. And the standard response is E6, but Bok goes for knight BD7, which is a move that has also become quite popular because it's very flexible. Black has a number of choices. He can go for a fianchetto with G6. He can kick the bishop with H6 and even G5 in some situations. There are even some games where Black plays E5. So it's flexible in that sense. Players who want to give White something a little bit more confusing definitely like this move. And White has a number of choices: F4, Queen E2, standard stuff. But Bishop C4, now I remember from my childhood that was considered to be, back then, the best move against knight BD7. And I think Queen A5 was the main line, but here Bok plays Queen B6, which is also a move that you see. Bishop B3 and E6. I think one of the reasons for that Queen B6 move is maybe to get out of the way of a sacrifice on E6. I don't know if White was really threatening bishop takes E6, but perhaps if Black had put the bishop on E7, that would be a possibility. So it gets the queen out of range there. And the queen D2. Of course, if Black had waited on the move, White could have maybe put the queen on E2 and then castled queenside. Bishop B7. So it's all fairly standard. Knight C5. And now Sevian plays F3, which is certainly a move here. But there is certainly a reasonable alternative in playing Rook E1 with the idea of F4 and playing in the center. It's just a rather different approach. I don't have enough experience in this position to say better or worse. But the move F3 is combined with a very popular method of attack in the Sicilian in today's chess, the pawn storm with impending G4. So the queen comes off of B6. Generally, B6 is not a square the queen wants to stay on. It's blocking the B pawn, and Bok is getting ready to introduce his own pawn attack on the queen side, and so both players are going to be going for some action over there. Okay, now at this moment, White has a number of plausible moves. There have been some games from this position. King B1 is one of those ubiquitous moves in Sicilian that almost never can be a waste of time. Makes the king a little safer, gets off the C-file. And also Bishop E3 has also been played with the idea of